Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Rack718. Want to make a video for the THEDOOM143, the one and only. And I thought I'd do a contest entry for his 700 subs, man. Congrats. Congrats, 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 man. That is awesome. That is awesome. You know, love your content, love your video channel, love what you do for the community. Love your intro. Love your Van Damme intro. Love your selection going back to the was it the Hawaii 5-0 music? I think you switched it up one time. Wasn't feeling it, but no, I'm joking. But I love your man cave, your wall, your comics, your man cave, I guess, your closet or your wall. Yeah, just love everything you do, man. So again, much success, much success on your channel and your subs, and keep doing what you're doing, man. I appreciate it. I think I speak for a lot of people. So I want to do this contest entry before my schedule gets too crazy, man. So I thought I'd do it right now on this weekend. Tomorrow I plan on going to a small con, so you know my top 50 might change tomorrow. You never know. But yeah, I want a couple rules here. Be 18 and over, check, be subbed. I've been subbed to you for a minute, man. You're one of the, I think I commented on your videos for like 2-3 months before I made my own video, which is pretty cool. I'm glad you responded to, you know, me, nobody, but that's cool stuff, man. And shout out 3 people, which are the comic book rookie. You know, cool name. I think everybody starts off as a rookie and then we become veterans or what have you. So he got 84 subs. Mark Walters, he's on the Seeking Their Mint podcast. So I kind of, you know, been checking him out. You know, I guess he has some experience with some cons and stuff, so it's good to hear his insight, watch his videos. And then Watchmen Comics, man, he's got 62 subs. Pretty cool channel. He's got a cool intro, man. I need to step up my game and get an intro. But yeah, man, sub those people. I'll include their links in my video comments, so definitely check them out. Those are my 3 subs. So, you know, I could have easily probably put like 50 comics up here. 50 slab comics, that is. But I wanted to do something different, man. I wanted to change it up a little bit. So, you know, I'm going to mix it up a little bit, man. I'm going to include a lot of, you know, AOKs and contest winnings and dollar bin comics and eBay finds. And then like my last 10, my top 10, top 15, those will probably be slabs, man. So this right here, man, this is Red Sonja, man. I got this from Seeking Near Mint, man, a while back. And believe it or not, this is my first J. Scott Campbell variant. So my first cover. So now if there's a contest in the future that says show off your J. Scott Campbell covers, I can enter it. So thank you, Seeking Their Mint. You know, top 50 right there. Another AOK I got from the one and only Chase variant, man. This was a hard comic to get. Believe it or not, even in my area, I couldn't find a store. If I did find one, it was in bad shape. And Chase hooked me up, man. This is probably one of the 1 or 2 or 3 Venomized covers I really like, man. I love that Kingpin #2, Venomized. And this one, man, got this from ADI Samurai. I believe this was a contest winning. So this is 7 to Eternity, #1 first print. Goes well with the 9.8 I have. So just a lovely, got to put that in the top 50 right there, maybe. Got this in another contest entry. Actually, I think it was the same one. This is the Spawn 175 Gunslinger Spawn. I think some people included this in their top 50 as well. So, yeah, I never seen this cover until I won the contest. So, I mean, I think it's a pretty cool cover. Not that many graded, I don't believe, 9.8s. I haven't seen them. So, you know, love that comic. And then probably the last AOK is this Ultimate Fallout #4, first Miles Morales' Spider-Man, man. Seeking Near Man hooked me up with this comic. Definitely been on my want list, on my wish list for 2017. So real cool comic, real cool cover. So thanks to the community out there. Alright, the next 10 or so are like my, top finds and dollar bins. So these are like $1, $2 maybe at Second and Charles or LCS's and stuff like that. So, I'm including them in my top 50. So here we go. Vengeance #1. This was the first appearance of America Chavez. So I found this in Second and Charles early in the year. And keep in mind, I mean, I could have easily showed some slabs, got it, but these comics actually mean something to me. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I sweated to find these comics. So like they have some emotional attachment to me, I guess you call it. I never dug in long boxes. I never did that in the past, man. Never, never, never. I ordered online or had an online subscription. Like I never spent 2, 3 hours, in the LCS digging at 3, 4 long boxes or 10 long boxes. Matter of fact, I did it today and found some comics. So these 10 comics are like dollar finds or $2 finds that I want to include in my top 50. And it's probably nothing like this X-Men 317. I mean, I see this everywhere I go now, believe it or not, at dollar bins. But this is probably the most 9.8 near mint one I've seen. So, I want to include it in my top 50. I like that comic. And then I found this at a small cons dollar bin, Action Comics number 595, the first Silver Banshee. So another dollar find right there. So yeah, gotta love digging in them long boxes. Quasar, I got this for $1, so I guess it's cover. Just love the cover, love the character. I mean, it's one of them finds that I was happy to get. I don't know, it just stood out to me. A #1, issue #1. Web of Spider-Man 18. Lucky to find that in a dollar bin. Just a cool cover. I guess it's some controversy as far as Venom being in that issue. All new Wolverine. I showed this before in another video. #2. First appearance of Gabby. Found that in I think that was a $2 bin maybe. At a Second and Charles. So I got lucky with this one. Superman Man of Steel #18. First Doomsday. Found that at a Second and Charles dollar bin. Thought that was cool. Daredevil, which is number 58. That's the first Modern Night Nurse. Thought that was a cool find, dollar bin. The Agents, man, I'm really glad to find this one because I'm a big fan of Walking Dead, and this is the first appearance of Walking Dead, believe it or not, in this title. The Agents #6, found that at the Second and Charles dollar bin, near mint copy, real cool. And this one I actually found yesterday when I was going to some LCS trying to find more copies of the Spawn Thank You cover, but for some reason this has been on my list, my want list, for a long time, and it's because Jim Lee is, I guess this is the first Jim Lee art in Marvel titles, I believe. So, growing up, Jim Lee's the name I remember the most. There's Delato and Turner and Dotson and Bryson and all these other people I never heard of in my life, but Jim Lee is the one I really stands out to me coming up in the comic game. So I've been wanting to get this, and I found 2 copies of this, believe it or not, in a dollar bin. So nothing big, but just a personal comic that I like. Now the next 10 are eBay finds. So these are eBay finds that I want to include in my top 50, and I think I included this in my last video. Marvel Superheroes number, was it 8, I believe. Winter Special X-Men, first appearance of Squirrel Girl. Glad to have that in my top 50. Another one is Incredible Hulk #6, annual #6, excuse me. First appearance of her. I guess before she becomes Aisha or after she becomes Aisha. So yeah, near mint copy, cool cover. Yeah, real glad to find this on eBay, a couple years back maybe. Avengers 57, first appearance of Vision. Gotta slab this, man, I got to. New Mutants 26, I showed this a while back. This is an uncirculated comic, never been released to the public. This was still in the box with the string around it, so I grabbed like the first, the two best copies I could find. Still haven't submitted this. I need to submit this, man. This has got to be a 9.8. But first appearance of Legion, Mutants 26. Definitely in my top 50. Captain Marvel 17 or 117. First appearance of Falcon. Cool cover. Another comic I got to slab. Iron Man 55. Oh man, first appearance of Thanos. First appearance of Drax the Destroyer. There's a couple of more appearances. Cool cover, man. I found this at a con in North Carolina maybe a couple years back, so gotta slab that one. This one, I don't know why I got, but I just thought it was a cool Bronze Age title. Black Goliath #1. I guess is the origin of Black Goliath retold. He first appeared, I believe, in Luke Cage series. So yeah, just got it. #1 Bronze Age 25-cent comic. This one I added recently. Spider-Man His Amazing Friends #1. First appearance of Firestar, I believe. So yeah, cool comic to have. Glad to have it. This one I got a slab, man. Fantastic 452. First appearance of Black Panther. Oh man, when that movie comes out. Oh wow. And then probably the last eBay find is this Ghost Rider #1. First appearance of Son of Satan. So yeah, gotta slab this one too. So that's 25 comics right there. The next 10 I'm gonna show you are like the top 10 new comic book day finds I've come across. So probably most recent is this, man. I'm glad I found this for $10, man. At one of my LCS is $10 plus tax. So I got lucky with this, and then I guess I got more lucky with this. Found this for 40. And then couldn't resist myself and I found this today for 95. So I don't know. I should get lucky and get one of these at 9.8. So got 3 copies of those. Pretty cool. Love that cover. So America #2 variant. Glad I got this. Got 2 copies of this still. So I got to submit this to CGC. Nice pickup, new comic book day. Elektra #2 variant that came out. Glad to have that. And then probably the best cover I think out of the Venomized was the all new Wolverine Venomized 18. Glad I picked that up. That was a cool cover, cool comic. And I got about 3, 4. I had 5 copies of this. I think I sold 2 of them. I still have 3. But this Heathen #1. This #1 is a popular title and hard comic to get, I guess. But yeah, I'm glad to have this comic in my collection. Definitely my top 50, I think. This one's kind of cooled off, but I'm glad I picked it up when it came out. That Death of Hawkman #6. I just thought that was a cool cover. I still want to submit this to CGC. I like the cover. And this came out maybe recently. The Stain #1. This is the variant, I believe. So yeah, cool cover. Like the title, like the series. Pestilence. This was a hard comic for me to find. The variant, I believe the 1 in 10 variant. So yeah, glad I have that. This came out, this God Country. Really love this cover. Really cool. Love this cover. The God Country Spawn cover. God Country 5. And a little bit of an obscure title. I'm not sure if anybody's heard of it, but Hatchet #0. This came out maybe a month or so ago, and I kind of got a, seeking near mint attention to you there. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad I'm going to submit this to CGC. I mean, it's one of those obscure titles I thought I'd add to my collection. Alright, so now for the good stuff. Now, those are what, 10, 20, 30, 35. Now down to my final 15 here, Doom. G.I. Joe, 9.8, #1. One of the first titles I used to collect back in the day, G.I. Joe. Spawn #1, 9.8, black and white edition. Love that cover. Sandman 9.8 #1. Some of that gaming story. I love the cover though. That's what really stood out to me. I'm glad I got this Turner cover, X-Men 500. So this is the sketch cover. This was a real cool cover, hard comic to come by. I forgot I had this, man. I'm gonna put this in my top 50 because when I looked it up before I did this video, I didn't know this was such a high dollar book. I don't know because it's a variant or it's a Ditko variant but Amazing Spider-Man 700, the final issue, I guess, the last issue they call it. So yeah, glad to have that. NYX #3, first appearance of X-23, cool comic. New Mutants 98, oh man, first appearance of Deadpool, gotta have that in your collection. Walking Dead #1, you know I'm a big fan of Walking Dead, so gotta have that in my collection. Big Wolverine fan too, this is the 3-Claw variant, Wolverine Origins #10, retailer incentive edition, 3-Claw variant. Amazing Spider-Man 300, oh man, this comic has gone up crazy. 9.8, origin, first appearance of Venom. Kingdom Comics, Tito, shout out, Spawn 185, sketch cover. Yeah, this is one of those obscure titles that not a lot of people think exist, but I'm glad I have one. Wow. Some Silver Age goodness, Avengers #1, gotta have that in the top 50, man, got to. Big Spider-Man fan, Spider-Man #1, 7.0, 1963 release. Love that comic, man. Probably one of the first Silver Age titles I think I bought. That was probably the first one, yeah. X-Men #1, 7.5. Man, bringing back memories. And last but not least, this gotta be #1, man. Probably gonna have to recase this. I looked up the serial number online and this has been in this case for over 10 years, so I think I need to recase this and put in a new blue label CGC case with the new style and everything. Amazing Fantasy 15 5.0, and you know what, man, Comic Link, this sold for over 30K I think last week. I was like, wow, can't believe how much this comic went up. But I mean, it's probably my worst case comic, worst condition comic, but probably my most valuable. It's crazy. But Amazing Fantasy 15 1962, probably one of the earlier comics I got back in the day. So yeah, that's my top 50. Hope it makes sense. I mean, I tried to mix it up. I could have probably showed all 50 slabs, but you know what, some of these other comics have some sentimental value and you know, definitely deserve a place in my collection, in my top 50. All the contest winnings, AOKs, and you know, stealth buys and dollar finds. And man, I work hard to look for those comics. Some of the eBay finds, sometimes you gotta be lucky, you know, eBay snipers. And you know, I don't know about you, but like at least 5-6 eBay auctions I just lost track of time and forgot, so those could have been winnings too. But new comic book day, I mean, never really used to do that back in the day. You know, Wednesdays is kind of fun, but you know, some of it is just to, you know, put in my PC. Some of it is just to flip, but you know, it is what it is. And then the CG comics I have, you know, those have a place in my collection, in my top 50. So there it is, man. Enjoy. Hope you enjoyed. And I think that's it for me. Doom, you the man. Okay, mahalo, shoots to you always. Take care. And I think that's all I got. Take care of each other. Take care of your comics. And collect what you want to collect. But please take care of those comics. Take care. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.